Hello friends and welcome to Training Wild Burros. Today we're going to work with 4 different wild donkeys that have never been touched, all the way to wild donkeys that has graduated the gentling program. So come along and you can see how we work through the different steps of gentling and training wild burros. The first wild burro that we're going to work with has the neck tag caught up around his ear. So we're going to work on getting that back around his neck. He has never been touched. My tool that I use is just like a broomstick. And I just have this hook on here, and that's what I'm going to try to use to get his neck tag off from him. I'll start off with this end though, and I'll hang on to that hook end until I feel confident I can touch him and he'll stay with me. This is the first time he's ever been in the gentling pens, so standing beside him is a hard question to ask him. I start off using my tool to get the neck tag off from over his ear. And later on, I'm going to switch because it gets heavy to hold out like that. Now he's learning to read my intentions. When I first start asking for movement, sometimes I really look like a spaz. But as soon as he starts walking, I stop my spazzy movements, and then I try to ask him to stop where I want him to stop. And there he did. And now I'm just going to stand and wait for him to show a sign of relaxation. And I want him to know that he found the right answer. Remember, he's never been in the gentling pens. He's never been asked questions by people. So all I'm looking for is for him to show some kind of sign that he understands I'm asking for him to move his feet. Notice I hit the ground, and after that, he kind of scoots his butt in, and I pause and wait, and he takes some steps. The power of the pause. Now, I'm back using that. It's just a lunge whip or a buggy whip, and he's getting more comfortable now. It's not my preference that he's in the corner like this, but this buggy whip is really long, so I feel pretty safe. And he's able to stand in different spots in the pen now to do the same thing. So I'm just trying to help him feel relaxed, to feel safe, to help me be viewed as predictable, to give him breaks when he finds the right answer. And here I love how curious he's starting to get. During the day today, we started at 8:30 this morning and ended around 8:30 at night, and he had multiple small sessions. His sessions would be between, I suppose the shortest one is 5 minutes and the longest one 15. And now I have that long stick again with the little hook around there. He's getting more comfortable and more curious. That swish of the tail, he's still uncomfortable, but he's trying. And now I can rub him with that. And I was able to rub him around his head with that buggy whip. And again, the whip, it's not to whip him with. That buggy whip is just an extension of my arm. And it helps me be big if I'm asking him to move. And now I'm going to start moving that around. Get that right, the little hook over the tag, and there it's off from his ear. We don't want it to stay there because it could cause trouble later on. Now we're going to be on to wild donkey Ding. My goal is to get to his side to start petting him with this long stick. He has other ideas though. Apparently he's going to go hide in the trailer. Now this trailer lives here in this location because we use it just for training and gentling. My goal is just to be able to pet him on his side with this, and I can start really far away. He's looking at me, so I'm not going to do anything. Oh, are you going to come investigate? You want to investigate my stick? He's part of Ding Dong. Mm-hmm. So Ding is eating oats from our hand, but he's not comfortable with us standing beside him. So that's what I'm going to be working on with him. Whereas that last one that I was working with, we're going to call him Wuzzy. And yes, there's a Fuzzy. So Fuzzy, Wuzzy, and Ding Dong. So we're going to be working on helping Ding feel comfortable with us standing beside him and letting him be calm enough to become curious. We really want to reward that curiosity. So when he's being curious, we're just going to let him be. So far, when I get close to him with that long stick, he's been pretty squirrely. So he shows some curiosity. He's smelling it. And because he's been so squirrely, it's important to give a big release. So here I do pet him. with that long stick, and now I'm just going to walk away and give him a bigger release for 10 to 30 seconds. Now he is still learning to read my intention, so I'm asking him to stop, but because he's feeling kind of squirrely, he feels like he needs to move. I keep trying to work on getting him to stop to read my intentions. It'll get better with time, guys. Can you see the wheels turning with what he's thinking right now? Once there's some clarity and comfort, curiosity comes back. I moved Ding out of that trailer pen because it was just too easy for him to want to go in there if he wanted to avoid the question. He also had multiple sessions today, and this is the goal I had for today. This is Dong, and Dong has been accepting a halter. Did you tie it on when you were playing with him?
I did not.
It's not been tied on.
I pretended to tie it.
And I pretended to tie it. But he's pretty chill. Hi, buddy. So I wouldn't tie it until we practice tying it. And the reason is I want to know that he's willing to stand with me. If you saw when we were working like with Ding's got to move more. He's not ready for this. Dong is ahead of him. That's a good boy.
Dong here and Ding, as in Ding Dong, were facility born. They're both 4 years old. And they're a couple of ding dongs. That's how they got their name, Ding and Dong.
This is our long brush, guys, and it's just so that if they feel like they need to kick or bite, they can kick or bite my long stick, and they're not in trouble for that.
He's an old pro on his left side, right side, not so much.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. There. The pay is in my other hand. When we do the countdown, they can't move their feet. That's the rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. Ooh, that was like borderline. So the reason I went up higher was because he was starting to lean away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. And when you go to introduce leading, have this organized in your hands. Sometimes they think it's a snake. All right, let's see what you got, buddy. He's never had a lead rope on.
Ever.
Come towards me. Oh, hi, I'm over here. He's not going to give you anything. Good boy. Good boy. I can give him oats right now. It's okay. So what I like to see when I introduce the lead rope is for him to go into a circle. Right now, he's not blocking me. He wants oats. There you go. Good job. I love these oat pouches because you can just switch the pocket that it's on. Super helpful. Ding and Dong have been in the gentling program for the same amount of time. They all don't move at the same pace. Part of it depends on the amount of time we're spending, what we're doing, the breaks we're giving them. We want to help them. No, they found the right answer. Elton has already graduated. We're just waiting for him to be picked up. And so we're going to halter him, pick up his feet, load him in the trailer, lead him a little bit. Are you ready? So before I go right down there, even though he's been trained to do this, I do want to check in with him. 5, you see how he's leaning already? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. Foot. Deep, 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 deep. It's more important that we get to his mind and he's willing partner than it is I pick up his foot. So I'm going to go at the pace he's ready to go at so that we can help him be successful and feel calm and confident. So right now I'm the footer. I'm the person picking up the feed, and Dan is the oater, the person giving the oats. But the oater's job is much bigger than just giving oats. He's paying attention to all of Elton's body language to help make sure we're setting him up for success. You will hear me saying deet, deet, deet a lot. It's like feet, but with a D at the beginning. That's his cue word, so he knows he has found the right answer. When he hears the word deet, he also gets pay. I call it pay because they don't get food for being cute. they get food for finding the right answer. It's like payment for finding the right answer. Eventually, they don't get pay for picking up their feet. But right now, I want to help him be calm and confident and give him motivation to do what I'm asking him to do. Now, I was picking out some rocks from his hoof, and then he kind of backed away a little bit. I don't want to leave him with that one on that foot because I want him to be calm and confident when I end on any session, with any moment of the session. So I'm going to pick up his foot one more time to help make sure he can be calm and confident when I do this, to help set him up for success later on with his new owners and the farrier. When I start off on his back foot, I ask him to go on his toe or to pick up his foot and hope that he goes on his toe. While he's on his toe, I'm rubbing his leg, and then I'll try to slide it just the slightest amount to see if he's soft. If he's soft and willing, then I know I'm good to put it on his knee. Later on, this can be done much quicker than I do it right now, but I'm still building up his confidence. You can't walk over that poop.
There's bobcat tracks here too.
Oh, not the bobcat. Oh, and probably rake marks from when I cleaned. All these marks.
Somebody.
Be patient with your donkeys. They need time to think to decide if they're safe. Right now, he's trying to decide if he's safe from all the marks in the dirt. Might seem silly to us, but it's very important to them. One thing I hope you noticed today is that I wasn't trying to teach all 4 donkeys the same thing. The goal isn't to follow a checklist. The goal is to figure out what your donkey needs today. If you'd like to learn more about why I make those decisions, that's exactly what we do in our channel memberships. We watch longer uncut sessions, talk through the thought process behind the training, and follow these wild burros from their very first session all the way through adoption. So thanks for spending part of your day with us. Remember, every donkey is different. Every lesson is different, and that's what makes training so rewarding. I'll see you in the next training session.